Pearl, and I'm going to show you how to make this Deco Mesh angel using Deco Mesh and Tulle. So what we're going to need to start this is I have a little ornament, Christmas tree ornament, and I'm going to use the whole thing. And then I have a tinsel, silver tinsel pipe cleaner. I have 2 white pipe cleaners. I have a ribbon that is 2.5 inches wide. It's kind of sparkly. Then I have a white iridescent Deco Mesh that's 6 inches, 6-inch Deco Mesh. And I'm also using a 6-inch Tulle, just a white Tulle. I have all kinds of colors of this, so you could make all kinds of colors, like red for Christmas. Maybe red, her dress would be red and her wings would be white. And then I'm going to use my burning tool to cut the mesh, and I have my new cordless glue gun. Very hot glue. So today I stopped and got these fingers to because I burned my thumb already. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my Deco Mesh, and I'm only cutting them this morning. I want to say I cut them 6 inches, and that was too long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that's what we'll do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're going to want 4 of them. 4, 5, 6. Let's see if this is warmed up enough here. Yes, it has. So I cut this with staying within the line so that it prevents fraying as much as possible. So there's one. Let me turn this down a little so you can see what I'm doing, if that's possible. I'm not using my tempered glass piece because I'm really not putting this down on the mat. There's number 2. And just a word of caution, keep your Deco Mesh away from your tool as much as possible, because they do not work well together. So we have one more piece to cut. And I do have 2 very noisy fur babies. So just bear with me. This is the first time I've done a video. Okay, so I'm going to move. I'm going to, yes, see, we are already tangled here. I'm going to move her out of the way. I'm going to put this far away. And I'm going to put this away because that's very, very hot. So, then I take and I just pull it like this. And I too was using the Bodabra. I have a smaller one that might work better. This one. It's a little bit smaller. We're only using 4 of these. So I put that down in there. Pull this again. Go to the center. Oops. Scrunch it up. put it in my Algebra, pull this, scrunch it up, and I'm trying to keep them going the same direction so that there's kind of like a front and back to this. And because this Christmas ornament is fairly small, I'm trying to kind of keep it in the right size. So we're just going to leave that there until we're ready for it. So the mesh, or the tulle, I was cutting them 24 inches long, 2 pieces. The problem is that it's very hard to see it on this green. So I did 6 of these. I started with 4 and it wasn't enough. And I'm going to cut these in half, but first I'm going to fold it in half. Don't worry about being perfect, because we're going to, I use the pinking scissors to kind of make a scalloped edge, make it look a little pretty. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And 6. So then I fold it in half, and I'm trying to kind of keep it them somewhat straight. It's hard when you can't really see, but we can trim that. So then I'm going to take one of my pipe cleaners, I'm going to scrunch this up very tight, like this. Just scrunch it up. And I'm going to cut this in half. Well, I think that I scrunch it up. Put your pipe cleaner. Tighten your pipe cleaner. And then I'm going to trim the top of this so that it opens up. But I want to leave, if you can see that, I want to leave about a ½ inch. Like that. And it's going to be her neck. Okay, we'll put this away too, the tool. I also found this that I had in my stash. That would make a nice skirt for an angel. This happens to be a 10-inch, but it looks, it's a sheer. So then I'm going to take my, and I bet I didn't turn this on yet. I haven't. So we'll keep going. Because I'm just going to stick once I get the hot glue gun, I'm going to put that right in there. And I want it to show the neck part. So, you can make the bow while we're waiting for them. So this piece, all I did was fold, make sure I had a tail. I fold a piece, and then I make another loop, and then I just guesstimate and cut it off. So I'm going to pinch it. This goes on the front. I'm going to pinch this one. We're going to twist that one down. I want to make sure, and we're going to use half this tinsel. Actually, I think, yes, I did use the tinsel. I'm just going to do it really tight. Turn one down. I might have got this a little too big. Loosen that up a little bit. Sometimes, as we're creating or working on our projects, we improvise, make changes. Just want to pull a little bit of that out of there. So it's not quite so big. So once we have that, then we just want to make sure that we make both the pieces hanging down are the same. So I'm going to cut that off. And again, this is wired. Oops, so sorry. This is wired. So here's our bow. And we're going to, I like to, on this particular one, do the cut up. I don't know what you call that, but it's not the dovetail. Like that. So, our bow is ready. This goes on the front. We'll put that aside. And then our glue gun should be ready. I'm going to glue. Remember, keep your pipe cleaner to the back. And I'm going to put my little fingers on because this was very hot. So, and I'm just going to put this glue all over this. Again, I'm not taking that piece off. And some of them I did see they did that. And then we're going to stick it right there. And it's going to take a few minutes for that to dry. I'm going to move it. For some reason I keep wanting to go that way. So it takes a few minutes for it to dry. I want to make sure too we have it straight. All right, I'm just going to set her there. I'm going to get our mesh. I'm going to take it out of our Bodabra. Again, remember we had a front and back to that. So I'm going to use a white one, and I'm going to do the same thing. Make sure that it's even, and I'm just going to twist it. And again, the way I was doing it, I was wanting the folds in the back, so that in the front you see the pretty side. So my pipe cleaner's in the back. Now, we're going to take right here, already got a little spot here. Again, keeping that in mind where that front is, we're going to open up these pipe cleaners here that we use to, we're going to go up and down with it. We're going to put that in there, just like that. And we're going to twist it. Trying very hard. Which I already got it caught. Trying very hard to keep that separated. So now we have this. And in the back, I have the 4 pipe cleaners. So I'm just going to do all 4 of them as tight as I can. And stuck again. Okay. So there she is so far. So now we're going to hot glue the bow, but first we can take the tinsels pieces here and we can put it this way if we didn't want to use the glue, which I may not after this morning getting burned. And then do a twist in the back. And you see why I wanted part of the neck to show on that, because it's so pretty. The silver that goes around the neck is so pretty. So there she is so far, and she just needs a halo and get her straight here. She just needs a halo. And look at this way. And maybe my bow is a little too big for this, but you get the idea of how that should be. And then what I did was, I took the end here, and I have some pinking scissors. Let's see these. and I cut, making sure it was straight. And I evened this off using my pinking scissors. So it makes this little scalloped edge. If you can see that. So you can leave it that way. Yeah, I think these are a little too big, but we can scrunch that up. And now, and the other thing we could do with these is you could take each individual panel that we cut and cut up so it makes like a wispy looking skirt. So there's many ways you can do this, and bear with me because I've not done this before, so I'm trying to look in the camera. So now we're going to do her halo. So then I just measure around her head, and I do a little bit of a turn here, and I cut the excess off because we're going to hot glue gun that on there, and I just try to make it a circle as much as possible. I'm going to put my little fingers back on because this is where I got burned. And we're going to glue. That's Zoe talking. She wants something. She either wants to play or... And then all we have to do is the hanger. And you can either use some of the pieces that you have here in the back. Now what I did was I cut all those pieces off, and then I used the glue gun to smooth it out so nothing that was prickly would poke anybody. And then I made a loop. Well, I need another piece of the tinsel, but I just made a loop like this on the back, and then hot glue gunned it right where I had glued those small pieces together, and that was the hanger. So you can work with this on straightening everything out. I could take these off now. And again, you can make this as long. You can make this whatever color. And then I went out and I spray painted it with the glitter. So there she is. Thank you for watching and for requesting this. Again, you can use any color down here that you wanted and keep these white. Have a good evening. Bye.